Welcome back. Now, in this third part, we are again just going to continue the discussion of instruments, surgical instruments. This is a part 3, and this video is devoted for basically the discussion of scissors, the various basic principles followed there, then the needle holders. So, let's start the discussion here. You must have gone through this slide, the classification, the handheld general surgery instruments for the ease of discussion. This forceps I have already discussed in part 1. In the second part, few of the common quick identification instruments I have discussed. And in the third part, the scissors we are going to discuss along with the needle holders, right? So first of all, scissors. We're discussing the handheld general surgery instruments. Now scissors, as you can see here, these scissors can be divided into tissue cutting type and material or suture cutting type broadly. Tissue cutting and non-tissue cutting. Non-tissue cutting means like for the scissors used for cutting sutures or some other thing, plasters, dressings. So all these types of scissors, they will come under this non-tissue cutting. Whereas tissue cutting, you must have gone through or maybe remembering that Metzenbaum scissors, the curved scissors, that was tissue cuttings example. So tissue cutting scissors, the few important qualities should be there in these type of tissue cutting scissors. They should be sharp, and so these, just to maintain the sharpness, it is always best to avoid cutting any other material with tissue cutting scissors. So if we are using tissue cutting scissor, it is advisable to use this tissue cutting scissor only for cutting the tissues. Don't use this scissor to cut the suture material or to cut the dressings or to cut the folies or to any other material should not be cut with the help of tissue cutting scissors. It should be reserved only for cutting the tissues only, right? So tissue cutting scissors, yes, they could be either curved or straight bladed. Straight bladed you must have seen in the second part of this discussion, the second part of the surgical instrument discussion video, straight bladed. And similarly, the tissue cutting scissors could be having a curved distal end. It usually has a screw or sometimes a box joint. These are the types of joint. Screw joint I have already shown you in one of the instrument in the second video, second part of this discussion, and it could be having a box joint also. The scissors, they're usually used in the tissue cutting scissors. Routinely, we are using in laparotomies and other general surgery operations and open surgeries, especially. These scissors can also be used in cases of microsurgery where we are using the magnification. For example, ophthalmic surgeries. And the important thing is these type of tissue cutting scissors, they are having spring handles. And why spring handles? Because it is going to give us a better pincer control, more fine movement we can make while performing a dissection using a magnification. So spring handles are also available in tissue cutting scissors. Examples of tissue cutting scissors, one already I have told you, Metzenbaum dissection scissors. What is this Metzenbaum dissection scissors? Two or three important points regarding this. Named after American surgeon Myron Fourth Metzenbaum, used for cutting delicate soft tissue, and it is different from heavy version of this scissors, the dissection scissors, Mayo scissors, and Mayo scissors are usually heavy. Whereas this Metzenbaum dissection scissors, it is lighter, slender, and having a longer handle, right? Okay. And Mason-Bomb scissors, they may be coated with tungsten carbide. Again, very important MCQ question. Cutting edges that provide a finer cut, and they are recognized by their gold-plated ring handles. You must have seen this gold-plated handles here, right? This is a straight one, and it is used for cutting delicate tissue and for sharp dissection. Mason-Bomb dissection scissors, right? Then another variety is non-tissue cutting scissors. These non-tissue cutting scissors, they can be used for gauze cutting, or suture cutting, plaster cutting, and accordingly the blades are modified during the designing process, right? Example, the Lister scissors or bandage scissors. These are non-tissue cutting scissors. These scissors, non-tissue cutting scissors, they have a broad blade on one side and a normal second blade. But there is presence of a blunt tip in front of one of its blade, and which is broader than the second blade. And this scissor is heavier as compared to Mason-Bomb, right? Sorry, right. Then blunt tip prevents, what is the role of this blunt tip? This blunt tip prevents accidental injury to the body whenever the blade is introduced between skin and dressing. Whenever we want to cut some plaster dressings, this blunt tip is going to prevent the injury during that cutting, right? And what is the use? Used to cut the plaster or thick dressings. With the help of these non-tissue cutting scissors, please don't cut the tissues or vice versa, right? You must have seen this picture before. There's a Lister scissors or bandage scissors, slightly angulated and stout distal, is for cutting bandages and for cutting plasters, right? And dressings. Then again the same classification of handled general surgery instruments. We have finished the forceps, we have finished the scissors. What next? Needle holders are next. So needle holders, the needle holders, basically the important thing is that in needle holders, working tip is very close to the box joint, and the ring handle, they are very far from the box joint. This is very important. Why? Because these instruments, the needle holders, they are very much based on the principle of this fulcrum and the type of lever what is being used here. And the important thing here, you can see, suppose there is a joint and the working tip is only this much, but the ring handles, they are located far away, right? Far away, like this. So just to summarize, the distance between this place to this place is more, always more, as compared to distance between these 2 points. Yes. So this arrangement in needle holders, this is going to magnify the force at the tip around 8 to 10 times. How much? Around 8 to 10 times. The magnification of force at tip due to fulcrum effect. This effect is known as fulcrum effect. We are discussing the needle holders, right? We need more force to hold the needle, this sharp rounded curve. The needle holders, magnified force is there, multiple striations are there, and a small pit or eye is there to hold the suture needle firmly. One of the example is Mayo Hagar, the most commonly used needle holder. We can divide the types of needle holder in two groups: the regular ringed needle holder with a lock, and the second one is a spring action needle holder, right? Spring action needle holder, especially used in cases of microsurgeries with magnification. Here, the first variety we are routinely using during general surgery and other plastic surgery cases and other orthopedic cases, right? And these spring action, they are usually used in cases of microsurgery where we are using magnification. Let's say ophthalmic surgeries, and some procedures obviously in cases of plastic surgery also. So needle holders, the examples of a regular ringed with the presence of a lock, Mayo Hagar, Hagar Baumgartner, then Krylewood, Halsey needle holder, Webster needle holder, Olsen-Hagar needle holder. Olsen-Hagar, a very important interesting point regarding this Olsen-Hagar needle holder is it is having a combined arrangement for scissors as well as a needle holding forceps. Whenever we want to cut the something, we are having scissors, and whenever we want to suture something, we are having a needle holding capacity also in this Olsen-Hagar type of needle holders, right? So one of the important MCQs you can have from this slide is needle holders. A Mayo Hagar, you can see, look like this one. Just focus on the presence of this lock, then the distal end. Here is the joint, the tip, the serrations with an eye here, both the sides. Mayo Hagar to use to hold the suture needle, and a pit is always present in case of this needle holder, right? Then Hagar Baumgartner, again to hold suture needle here. The rest of the thing almost same. Magnification of force is around 8 to 10 times in all the needle holders, and but the difference is here, the tip, the serrations, the pattern. There is probably no eye, and both the tip that is having serrations like this one, the Hagar Baumgartner. Then Krylewood, the serrations along with the pit, both the sides. The Krylewood function of all the needle holders, the basic function is to hold the suture needle. Lock is always present in all the needle holder, this regular lock system group. Then Halsey type you can see, one is serrated, another one is plain, the two jaws. Halsey variety. Then Webster variety, both the distal portion they are having plain, no serrations. Webster needle holder. It is having three locks. You can see here, lock 1, second click, and third click. And you already know the purpose of this first, second, and third click, right? In all the instruments having locks. So Webster, the third click means crushing sort of thing. Holds very tightly. The Webster is like this. Then Olsen-Hagar, again to hold the suture needle and for cutting purpose also. Here you can see the distal most part is for holding the suture needle, and this portion is used as a scissor for cutting something, right? So cutting facility as well as holding facility both are available in this Olsen-Hagar needle holder, right? Obviously the lock is there. The needle holders, the spring action variety, is usually used in cases of microsurgery. Just try to just identify the instruments. We are not going into the detail in this portion. The spring action is important for microsurgery. Why there is a spring action? For obviously for controlling final movements. Then Colt needle holders, the Paton needle holders, Castroviso needle holders, and McPherson needle holders, right? The Colt needle holder, just try to identify whenever you're being asked or these type of instruments are there in front of you, just identify them. Okay, this is, you can see the spring action here, right? Arrangement, spring action arrangement, a small distal part, and these needles are usually used with magnification. Very precise cut. For finer cuts, these needle holders are used. Sorry, for not for cutting, for suturing. Smaller needles, right? 6-0, 7-0, 8-0, 10-0, or 10-0, 8-0, 9-0, right? So for these smaller fine suture material, suture needles, these type of spring action needle holders are used. This is a patent variety, okay, commonly used in cases of ophthalmic surgeries. Castroviso variety, fine. Castroviso variety, again the spring action, you can see here. Then MacPherson, almost similar, and that's all. So we have discussed the normal regular needle holder with a lock and second group with a spring action needle holder. So that's all in this video. Next video we'll discuss something more regarding the instruments. So thank you. Bye bye. Let's meet in the next video. Thank you.